I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried to get rid of my Assassin's Creed game that I actually bought. Yes, well, not bought, but you know how I told you guys I got an MSI computer? So it came with a code that has the new Assassin's Creed Shadows on there. I tried to give it to one of my friends, and he said, nah, fam. Assassin's Creed Shadows, and he says it's not looking good. That face right there, chat, that Asmongold has, that instills confidence in this game. Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, I got a chance to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is a game that, well, let's just say there's been a little bit of controversy about it. He played 4 hours.
So
and
there's
he has
a lot
some
riding on
concerns.
Assassin's Creed Shadows right
Oh,
now.
look at that.
Like the
Keeping up
entire
with
company.
Ubisoft,
A
you know
building.
that the company is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
A bunch of their projects got delayed. We've got situations like the layoffs and the studio shutdowns. Their
Oh wow,
major
backflip.
releases
Wow,
not meeting
that's
sales
so
expectations.
original. Wow.
They are
Yes.
hoping that Assassin's Creed Shadows will kind of bring them back
This
from
needs to be a blowout.
the rut. So I was very curious to play the title.
Bro, for the amount of money. Oh, actually, hang on, I got this game for free. Fuck,
to
everybody.
take extra time to make sure that it was good before
I'm
it was
going to critique
released.
the fuck out of it, chat.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
I will say positives and then a lot of probably
with it,
negatives, which is why I probably
and
not
in this
like
video, I'll be sharing my thoughts. I
Yes.
do think that this game is gonna sell relatively well.
4 to
Assassin's
6
Creed
million.
usually tends
That's my
to sell
bet.
well, and with the Japan setting, this is definitely.
How many bets do you think this game's going to sell like really well and it's going to fly off the shelves and then they're going to be like, we saved the studio? I don't.
A game that's gaining a lot of traction now.
Chaz,
Whether I think this
like, nope,
game will be
nope.
the one
I think
that
chat's
pushes
like, yeah,
Assassin's
no,
Creed
no.
to the next level, that will break away from Ubisoft.
Man, that's funny.
I'm just looking at the
Like,
stairs.
everyone's just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, stairs are pretty
as
good.
far as their game design is concerned. That I'm not quite sure of.
Yeah.
Within my 4 hours,
I will say that like the landscape looks really nice. That's the one pro I see. The UI, I'm looking at it right here. I think it could use more improvement. I'm not wrong, right? Like, I don't know. I honestly feel like this UI could use more improvement to fit more with the theme. Like, they could have done that. That's how I see
I will
that.
say that I'm not fully convinced that this is gonna win over those who have felt that Assassin's Creed has
Like,
gone kind
I'm
of
just saying the
stale.
UI could have used
It's
a little bit
gonna
more of
come
an
down to
improvement.
whether there is still that sense of an overabundance of content that feels
It was over
insubstantial,
for
that
them a
doesn't
year
feel
ago. Wow.
handcrafted. A lot of that copy and pasted
That's,
stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it was over
that
when they said
Ubisoft
you don't
open
own your
world
games.
tend to have. As far
Well,
as
that's
like,
a problem that a lot
I think
of
that
games
mentality
have
kind
now,
of killed it for a
is
lot
they
of people.
introduce too much scope into the game, and they don't give you a very... Like, it's better to give somebody a narrow slice of a really good type of content rather than trying to get them to accept, you know, some, like, everything game, basically.
the story and
Opening
narrative
chests,
are concerned,
filling
nothing
up a
shown
bar.
in this demo really grabbed me.
Yeah.
In some part to do with just how stiff.
Oh, you could
some
choose
of
your own
the
choices.
Animations look during cutscenes.
Do they
The
actually have an
presentation is
impact?
just- when I look at what, say, like Ghost of Tsushima did,
I don't want to say that, but I'm actually like thinking, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna put that in chat. You know, like in Dragon Age, you know they have those options for the cups hitting each other. Like they kind of forced it on you, and you're like, what? Yeah, I honestly feel like they might, you know, there might be that, and then it's gonna be a lot not good. So depending on how people like, you know, roll that dice, because you know people roll the dice differently. I'm just saying. But you know, I don't want to say it too soon, but I don't know. I'm just like thinking like, I don't know. I just got that Vietnam flashback right there.
Yeah.
in comparison,
Might be
this
just like
feels like a
overthinking
bit
it.
of a step down.
God,
but
I hope
maybe
I'm
the narrative
overthinking
will
it.
hook me as the rest of the game goes along. But so far,
Let's get this straight. So you don't like the way the characters look, you don't like the graphics, you think the combat's probably mediocre, the game's mired in controversy, but somehow the storyline is going to be what's good.
Chat. You know what? I don't even think I need to say it. I honestly don't feel like we need to say it. I think you know. I think everybody knows they need to make laws that just protects the consumer. You know, I want to say they had some protection, but I think like because of COVID, I think they threw that protection out the fucking window. Maybe if there wasn't, because I actually don't remember, like I don't know. I want to say there's probably, I think there are some consumer protection laws in place in the U.S., but I think because of COVID, I think that shit got thrown out the window and people forgot about it. But if not, yeah, no, they like laws, like you said, they got to do something on that.
Uh-huh.
I 100% agree on that right there.
On posts.
I just didn't have that narrative hook, which for me is an important part of any campaign-driven single-player experience. And there's just a bit of awkwardness to some of the dialogue and the writing that don't lend themselves to natural feeling conversations, that don't allow me to feel fully immersed.
People that make games that focus on superficial, meaningless things like representation or whatever, these are not people who care about crafting a good story, and they don't care about crafting an experience that's meaningful.
That is true.
They don't care about telling a good story. They care about telling their story.
Fan fiction.
So everything that these people are going to make is going to be garbage.
Again, fan fiction.
That's it. It's going to be garbage. Like, I can almost guarantee you the story will probably be one of the worst parts of this game.
I'm just going
to say this again, chat. When I put that code in and I get access to the game, because I unfortunately were gifted that when I got my MSI laptop. Please come in. I'm gonna be crying. I need help with friends and chat. Like, please. I don't think my mental sanity can like deal with that. And if I go over playing, if I call it quits halfway and then I start playing, like, you know, Ghost of Tsushima and not say anything on it, I think you know what, if it's worth the buy or not. I'm not wrong.
Everything that's going on. And based on what this gameplay session presented, I'll be honest with you, neither of the protagonists are particularly interesting. They don't have any, like, personality quirks that stand out. They don't have any, like, awesome chemistry that make their interactions compelling. Nothing in these initial hours showed.
I'm probably going to do that meme, though, if it's bad, though, of that one guy, like, in the field with all the zoom going in when he has a gun on his head, like, just, like, pointing at it. He's like,
I could have done that Cyberpunk with Jackie at the beginning.
That's probably going to be me if I don't like it.
I remember that. That shit went, well, like, it's...
I think there's a lot of people that'll be doing that.
Like, just like comparing the Olympics to some fat dude laying on a bed. I mean, you're not even going anywhere. It's embarrassing.
Damn. Asmongold, we call him Big Bag now.
In terms of gameplay, Yasuke and Naoe...
Oh, they have auto-aiming. Oh,
different.
Cool.
Yasuke definitely feels like that bulldozer, the hammer, if you will, who will trounce through enemies and combat scenarios. Naoe is definitely more about agility, about being stealthy. If Yasuke is the hammer, then Naoe would be the scalpel. She can still hold her up.
No, I'm just going to say this right here. I am surprised they put blood in this video game. I'm being honest with you. I'm actually surprised that they put blood in this game.
God damn it. You'll just have an easier time with Yasuke, who has those powerhouse moves and active skills to be able to trounce enemies. And not to mention that with Yasuke, for example,
it looks like, I mean,
doing parkour is just a lot more awkward because of how slow and chonky he is. Whereas now it just kind of breezes through obstacles and environments, and she just has all the right tools for stealth. And so it's a matter of what kind of approach you want to take with every mission, with every scenario. Whether you want to just, like, literally bust through the front doors, which Yasuke can do, or whether you want to kind of take it through the roofs or through the shadows.
Bro's literally doing the somebody once told me.
Aside from feeling distinct, feels relatively good. I'd say Yasuke's combat, while I still need to play more of it,
but the Assassin games have blood.
And say that it's good.
Well, Lost. The only reason why I'm saying that is because you know how Ubisoft has been kind of going like, you know, down the shitter lately, and I was under the impression that they're probably not gonna do blood. They're just gonna go like the cat punches of going, you know, like order, and then they just like, you know, like just SpongeBob explosion, and then they just disappear, like despawn. Like you look away, and then they're just gone. Like their bodies will be there, but then you turn the screen one way, and then you look back, and the body just like miraculously just like disappears out of thin air. That's what I thought. Cause you know, I'm just under impression, since you know how they've really embraced DEI lately, they don't want to put something too offensive. So I feel like if they put Blender, it'll be like, oh my god, that's so violent. Oh my god, why would Assassin's Creed have blood in their game? That's so violent. I'm not wrong. Also, again, like you said, it's Assassin's Creed games. They have to have blood, bro. Like, Chad, do I need to get the image of that one thing where people were talking about, like, in China? Where it's like, oh my god, this one scene where this person was like stabbing this one guy and then all the blood went out over her. They changed the blood in that one room. It was like a guy and a girl. They were like trying to fight, and then like, okay, they just stab each other. They changed the blood out because it looked bad, and they changed the red to white, and it looked like that didn't make it better. That didn't make it better. It like, oh my god, it looked like something like kinky and freaky happened over there. You're just like, what the fuck? Just like context. You just walk in, you're like, So Timmy, what you watching right there? Oh, I'm watching this scene right here. There's violence going on. Oh, okay. Oh, what is it? Oh, Timmy, we're taking you to the doctor. I honestly feel like, you know, like they haven't censored that to make it white. Oh my god, you know, I'm gonna cry if they actually do a setting on there where it's like, okay, we're going to make the blood white. Damn, I really hope it's not like a huge puddle of, you know, that would be, ew, okay, that would be interesting right there. That'd be funny, but not good.
Like a nice sense of impact with every.
I feel like this is horrible. Like, I play video games for their combat. Like we were playing Ninja Gaiden the other day, right?
Oh, hang on.
Like,
I should allow that. You know, I'll allow it.
It's not even remotely close. And before you go and you say,
it's exactly
oh, but
what
this
it
is
was.
more realistic. This isn't realistic. Look at this.
Me wearing my sombrero.
More of it. There is like
eating,
a nice
it's not
sense.
realistic.
Eating some
what are you talking
tacos.
about?
I don't know. Or protein bar. I'm like, I'll allow it.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the combat does look kind of like,
it's just garbage. Like, what is this?
I don't know, like the combat's just kind of mid.
Impact with every strike. I do think that some of the enemy combat move designs just a little weird, where it feels like you're attacking them and then you don't see them get stunned by some of your stronger attacks, then they're automatically able to dish out attacks that will stop your momentum. And so there is an element.
They probably have a posture bar that's built in, and then after the posture bar gets broken, there's an internal paralyzed period where they're available to be hit. And then after that posture bar goes away and after that period ends, then they're able to resume their normal attacks, and they're unable to be staggered again.
I think that might be it.
Because that's the way that a lot of games work.
How come you just can't make an unblockable point like icon on there? Oh wait, hang on. That requires work and experience in video game development.
Yeah, no one's ever done that before.
Yeah.
Of that kind of disrupted the flow. Combat can feel good when it's flowing well, but then there are other times where just that bit of jankiness comes in, where it feels like it's just not the most refined combat system.
Oh, okay. That did not look good. Wait, what? Wait. Chat, did you see that too, or was that just me? Hang on.
Well, but then there are other times where just that bit of jankiness comes in.
Rewind.
Where it feels like it's just not the most
It
refined.
was like right there
combat
when he was on that
system.
wall. I just saw something that kind of looked weird when he was looking the other way. You look, okay, you guys saw that too, right? You guys saw that too. He literally blocked, and the weapon wasn't even there. He just blocked it with his ass. Bro, he blocked. Oh my god. He blocked it with his ass. What the fuck? I knew, like, I just saw that. I was like, I can't believe that. No way. Oh, dude. Bro blocked it with his ass. A bunch of steel. Dude, no. Oh, man, dude, this game's so fucked right here. Oh, dude, that. I wonder how many people noticed that. I swear, I really hope I'm not the only one that noticed that. He blocked it with his ass. I really hope Asmongold sees that too. Did he see that? Did anybody in this chat see that? Oh my god, no one saw that.
A donation drive tomorrow for $17 so we can buy Ubisoft after this game comes out.
Dude, no one saw that. Oh my god, wait, no one actually saw that. Ass of steel, dude, facts. Dude, no one on Asmongold's questioned, like, I mean, yeah, it looked bad, but is no one gonna question that the enemy blocked that attack with their ass? When the, like... Okay. Bro blocked it with that, like, he did that animation for the parry thing right there, like, right? That's what that was, I'm assuming. Like, he literally blocked it with his ass, but okay, all right, Ubisoft. Wow, that's not good. That's looking bad, dude. Oh
so
my god.
I mean, it's $17, so that way I can use the extra $7 left over to buy one item at McDonald's.
And as far as
Yeah,
the stealth and
McDonald's.
parkour goes, you've got the parkour up and parkour down buttons that you can hold, so you can have more finesse in the parkour. I'm
gonna cry if they put like XP bonuses in this game.
It's so much easier to get to rooftops.
Because then I'm just gonna
Vertical
literally just like,
traversal feels
you
just a
know,
lot better because of now
like
its new
spit at the
tools
floor.
and capabilities, especially with that
I'd like
grappling hook,
towards
which not only
Ubisoft.
allows you to ascend to greater heights easily,
Not wrong.
but allows you to like swing through trees and whatnot. The stealth system now has the ability for you to go prone, which is a nice addition. Allows for just a bit more flexibility.
Oh my god, bro! It literally took them to the end of their whole fucking life cycle to finally put proning in a fucking video game. Wow, man. Like, the United Nations is in complete shock. They're like, oh my god, how did they do this? They put proning in a game? What? That's insane. I never believed it, and I never believed it. I like, dude, how would they do that? I'm by the way, I'm being sarcastic.
So
Got Battlefield has done this. You got Call of Duty has done this. You got all these other games that have done it. You're telling me it took them this year or this long to make proning in their game?
Enemies, like the brute
I fucking can't, man.
When you go for an assassination, if they're higher level than you, then a blade through the throat or through the face or through the head won't end up killing them. It'll deplete, you know, a significant.
So you're telling me we have an assassin that cannot assassinate effectively? What? I was gonna say something about, like, you know what, fuck it, just go on Yasuke, try to make him do the assassination. I'm pretty sure the fall will kill both of them. Because I like, if she can't do that, like, I'm just saying. You could literally say, I just killed a man with my dumpy. Hi, squirrel.
Significant portion of their life
see the
bar,
foods.
but not take them down. It just makes assassination feel a little more
Also,
secondary,
the Twitch
less
is the great throwing system
satisfactory.
is off,
I've
by the
never
way, because
liked the
it just
introduction of
bugged
that
out.
kind of scaling for the
I shall refund
assassination
you back
part
points.
of the game, and the fact that
It's a minor complaint, but I can see what he's I like. It's an immersion thing. Yeah, like I can kind of see that. I can see not doing that. Like I could see either one.
I'm just going to tell these people right now.
It's just a little bit annoying.
It's just
in terms of
just play Ghost of Tsushima if you want to play like an Assassin's Creed Japan title thing, but not Assassin's Creed Japan title.
Wait, did this? Is this all one clip?
Wait,
so
I just saw that.
You know,
so she jumps down.
Portion of their life
she
bar,
assassinates him.
Take them down.
Doesn't assassinate him.
Assassination feel
and then
a little more secondary, less
she just walks away.
I've never liked the introduction of that kind of.
I don't know what to say to that. I just noticed that too when I was just in mid-conversation and all that. And then the AI lost them. I don't know if Tangia has that thing right there where everyone does that collective facepalm, but that's exactly I think how we all feel right now.
Scaling for the assassination.
And she goes behind a wall.
Part.
Oh, where'd you go?
And the fact that makes a return is just a little bit annoying. In terms of the overall
bro, the AI,
design,
dude, the AI is shit. Oh my god.
Whether this is gonna fall prey
looks
to
right
the same old Ubisoft open world formula. They do try to make exploration and going after.
No way. No way. No way.
Quest objectives a little more engaging by having the system where you can send a scout and you can kind of pull that up on your map, and there's this big area that you can send your scouts in to unearth the objective marker by using the hints on the objectives to know where on the map you use that big area scout system, almost like as a radar. And I'll be honest with you, that didn't really enhance the sense of exploration. It doesn't feel
I was going to say, doesn't that remove
to it or sense of
like, so wait, hang on. If you're trying to focus it like an open world Japanese title, like I would assume the sense of exploration would be like there's a saying for that. It's like it's something with like the journey and all that, you know, for the destination. It's like you having fun, like finding all this stuff out. I honestly feel like that scout system, I don't think they should add it in. Because I don't remember any Assassin's Creed games that would have you like, oh, you could just send a scout and just find the map and you'll be able to see parts of the map already there. No, you physically need to go there, go to those waypoints, and then look around and be like, okay, well, now I have a good area view of what's here, and I'll just walk around and see what else they have, you know? That right there kind of kills me a bit.
Of like critical thinking.
I can see why they gave me that game for free.
So obvious, and
remember what I was saying before about how features get added into video games?
MSI, you are the chosen one.
This is the video game equivalent of government bureaucracy. Nobody asked, nobody wanted this, nobody needed this.
But
it's not necessary, and it doesn't improve any aspect of the core gameplay at all. It just is this feature that's now added into the game. Like, I really think that, and you think about this game, right? I mean, this is a $100 million+ game. This is a 9-figure game.
$100 million+ game.
What is going on?
I know it'll take them probably a whole year to make up half of that budget back.
Do people know, like,
if they're lucky?
I think that being and this is true. Like,
unfortunately, I got mine for free.
Something creative like editing or writing.
Again, I would not wish my worst enemy this game.
I've always
I tried to get rid of it, but I realized it was probably
isn't knowing where
that's probably
to begin,
like something insulting.
It's knowing when to stop. And I feel like these people just keep adding in functionalities that nobody needs this. No, this is too much.
Got an Assassin's Creed game where the assassin cannot assassinate
their own games. Well, it doesn't matter. It's totally fucking irrelevant. Nobody cares about this. Why are you even doing this?
The system is like so powerful that it just feels like it's just additional button presses to then just end up following a quest marker after
Exactly.
essentially some very
But
easy
the exploration, though.
investigation. No, I didn't get to mess around with side quests all that much. There was one I stumbled upon where there's this orphan girl who was asking me for help, but I wasn't able to do that side quest before my time ran out. So I don't know what the quality of the side quests will be, whether
I'm sure
they'll
it's gonna
feel
be
kind of
great.
really cheap and very kind of thrown together, or whether all of the side quests feel like they have.
I'm gonna cry when
This
I
is
play
going to
this
be a
game.
very nuanced opinion. I think that a lot of AAA video games have the best content inside of their side quests. And I think that the reason why that happens is because the side quests are not designed by committee the same way that the main quest line is. And it's given to one individual writer in order to create a cohesive, comprehensive story that in a lot of cases is good. I think that these games create bad main stories and bad narratives and plots, and they do so by a matter of their approach. And you see this with World of Warcraft. You see it with
The
in
memes
my
from
opinion, a
like
lot
does
of gacha
main
games
story
as well. And I'm trying to think if
Unfazed.
there's any other examples
Does
that
side
just come
mission.
right off the top of my head.
Takes 8 episodes to
with
finish.
Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So the main storyline of Dragon
Grown
Age:
men start
Veilguard was
crying.
garbage.
Like,
But
goddamn,
some of
man.
the quest lines for the individual companions are, I would say, even above average. So yeah, I mean, I liked Emmerich. I did too. I thought it was a really good story. What about Dragon's Dogma? I don't know. I mean, I that could be an exception. I'm not really sure. But either way, my point is that I think that's the reason why the side quests are better. And I think that also that reality, because like I'm not the only person who's experienced this, right? Am I the only person who's observed this phenomenon that the side quests are oftentimes better told than the main quests?
Yeah, actually they are.
No, I'm not, right? I'm not. And
Like,
so
well, it depends on what game it is, though, for side quests, though, actually. Some side quests are pretty good in some games, some of them not.
Two, that there are
So it's kind of like a 50-50, though.
work at these companies, but they're being suffocated by bureaucracy.
50-50. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. It just depends on what the game
That's what I
is.
think's happening. And I think that the quality of these side quests are the perfect example of that.
Substantially
But
written
we're gonna have to find
art,
out.
where every side quest feels like it has a place in the world and like it was handcrafted instead of just littering the world with really menial feeling tasks that don't make for compelling side quests. That's a trap that a lot of Ubisoft open world games tend to fall into. I don't know how the sense of exploration will feel like in this game, whether it's going to be the same affair of just like following a bunch of map markers based on what the Ubi Towers reveal. And yes, the Ubi Towers are back. You will be going to the peaks of certain architectures to reveal parts of the map and the activities that lay there. The map itself is also just massive from what I could see.
But the exploration, though, like, but you're going to send scouts, so there's really no point.
Good thing. I prefer density over volume, quality over quantity. I just hope that the open
I'm not
world
wrong. That's essentially what they put in there.
It's not one or the other. It really just depends, right? You can have a game like The Witcher 3 that I feel like has that, and you can have the opposite like Starfield, right?
Chaz, should we play the Witcher? Chaz, should we play The Witcher 3 at some point?
I think Elden Ring is a great example of a game where not
I'm
every
not playing
single
Elden
area
Ring.
has a purpose.
I played that once.
But sometimes it just creates a really good scene, and it looks really cool, and it just adds to the environment and the world. And I think that, and Dragon's Dogma 2 has a number of examples of this as well.
By the way, I've never played a Witcher title too, so that's the other reason why I'm asking.
I think that this is something that a great game designer will
even
know
if you talk
how
about
to
Witcher 3,
calibrate,
it's like Witcher
and
3,
a bad
Witcher 3,
game
Witcher 3,
designer
Elden
will
Ring
not.
DLC. No, fuck
And
you.
There's no
We're not
right
doing an
option.
Elden Ring.
There's just the
I'm
right
not doing
people
that.
to execute options
Please,
that could work.
I'm not. I can't.
Don't feel as menial as they've been in the past, but I don't know. It just feels like every time I hope for that, Assassin's Creed tends to disappoint in that area.
It's like I'll need
And
hand-holding. I
Ubisoft
don't know
open world
anything
games
about
in
that game.
general tend
I'm
to disappoint
confused.
in that area. So while usually I'd be excited for a world that's bigger, when it comes to Ubisoft, that actually worries me more because it feels like
I will say that visually this game looks really nice, and I appreciate the visuals a lot. I look forward to playing it on a 50.
Yeah, see, look.
gonna just be stretched
See,
thin.
that's the
this map
clone. Yeah,
that won't have enough
Yeah, this
substance
looks
to
good.
back the size of it. Though I hope I'm
Oh,
wrong. At the
Valley,
very
oh,
least, though, the open
plenty.
world does look fairly beautiful. I do think
I did see that thing, though,
environmental
from the show.
design, the vegetation,
But I've never played any
terrain,
game, though.
the architectures and all of that does look pretty. When the wind
Do you want to
blows,
hear another game that looked really good? New World.
you can see
World.
the foliage just kind of swaying about
the hell is New
as
World?
you ride your horse through Japan, and all of that does look very pretty. So it's nice to just kind of take the environment in. But I just hope that there's actually stuff to do in the environment that isn't boring and that all feels kind of interesting and has some sense of intrigue. And it feels like you want to actually partake in them
No, we're not
instead
doing
of
that.
feeling like a chore. I also need more time to feel out the progression system of this game. It's kind of how, you know, recent Assassin's Creed games have worked, where you level up or you gain essentially like...
Oh my god, what the fuck is that shit? What the fuck is that shit? What the fuck? Chat, hang on. I honestly feel like he's going to say something about it. Let that sink in for one moment. Why? Assassin, Shinobi, Tanto. Dude, they're just adding... Like... You know, chat, when we played Ghost of Tsushima, you're able to have the option of being stealth, like an assassination, kind of like this right here. And then you got, like... You know, the option is still going like full samurai.
Worked where you level up or you gain essentially like...
God dang it, Jam. I don't like that right there. That... Oh god, I just saw that. Look, people are... Dude, I fucking knew it.
Points or perk points, whatever you want to call them.
Oh my god, and then they added extra categories inside that category.
Both have their own skill trees, as they all have their different weapon sets, both ranged and melee. And a lot of these perks do seem to offer substantial additions.
Brother, oh my god, brother, you do not need to add in too many skill trees. Nonsense, brother. More. We must milk them for all we got, brother. No, brother. They're going to get angry, brother. No, brother. Don't make me kill you, brother. What, brother? And then and then we get Civil War going on. Yep, there we go.
To combat, especially where those
I honestly feel like that was happening.
And then there's the equipment system,
Final Fantasy skill
piece of armor does offer like substantial perks.
I kind of hate that. Lost. I kind of hate that, but I like that you're right about that. God damn it. But I don't think people want that in a game like this.
Credit where credit's due. This armor set does actually seem like it changes gameplay.
No.
God damn it. 2 health removed from air assassination. Upgrade the high.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I hate armor sets in video games.
The play style
that is not Destiny,
your
but
respective 2 characters of your protagonists. I just hope
you're really
that
copying from Destiny now. Wow, I wonder how good that's gonna go, man. Man, hopefully Destiny doesn't go down in player numbers like to the points where it's like very low and very questionable and very scary.
Or legendary versions of the same stuff, but rather finding unique pieces that each offer their own effects, and deciding which one to equip is a matter of play style and the perks they offer, rather than these incremental statistical updates where you'll barely feel the difference. But yeah, the game definitely
this makes me cry.
Yeah, it's always better to just give people functional differences rather than like numerical advantages. I think that's what makes it more interesting, at least. Didn't Wukong have a similar system? It does. Yeah, it does. And I feel like, again, the problem is
$59.99 per armor piece.
And this is just an issue. Like,
if I see that, I'm gonna strangle someone out.
Because like I just feel like every video game follows these same formulas. And Wukong's upgrade system was like much more diverse.
Oh my fucking god!
Like you could go, for example, into upgrading your transformations. You could upgrade your basic combat.
You know exactly
attacks.
what I mean.
You could upgrade your basic stats. Like Kazan, the first Berserker, is more similar to that too. And I just feel like we see so many versions of this that are like the same. And I don't know. It's all Unreal Engine? No, I don't even think this is. I don't even know if this is made by Unreal Engine. I don't know the answer.
This is made by Potato Engine.
But I don't think so.
From Idaho.
The point is that I don't think that's the issue. This is a design decision.
Or we don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore.
I think what really kind of took me out, like what was
that's
like
a joke,
the
by the way.
wake-up call for me with this was I played Metaphor Refantasio.
I think I just pissed off a lot of people from Idaho.
The entire game felt like an
Oh, well.
immersive, transformative experience. And I feel like a lot of video games now, there are so many things that have become uniform that playing one of these games is like playing all of them. And it's exhausting to a certain degree.
To present scenarios where each character is viable, but one might be better suited for. Like you can still use Naoe in combat.
No, wait, don't! God damn it, guys.
Heavy scenarios, you might just struggle a little more compared to Yasuke, who was built to bulldoze through combat. And then for stuff that requires a bit more finesse, a bit more stealth, where it's easier to go through the rooftops.
Oh my god, he's fighting this guy right here.
I mean, can we just look at this combat? Like, just watch the combat.
Wow, look at that. Dude, wow, look at that. He's not even deflecting. Wow, wow, look at that. That's lazy riding right there.
Might just allow...
That's... You're Jade. That's Assassin's... It's... I think this is... There's no excuse for this.
Combat's kind of mid.
Chinese gacha games blow this out of the water.
It's because they got they got bouncy titles. Looking at you, Genshin players. Zone Zero players.
Feel like both
you know who you
are viable in whatever scenario you're thrown into.
And average Zerling players too.
Through the
so,
hurdles
you know what?
of picking
That's
a
not
character
Chinese
who's maybe
though.
less suited for the mission type. It's also worth noting that outside of missions, when you're out and about in the open world, you can switch characters anytime super easily from the menu. So you're able to switch play styles basically at almost any time, and at key junctures in missions, you'll be able to pick which character you want to play.
Wow, that's so cool. It's so like they had that back in Assassin's Creed.
Well, why not just make it better?
Can I go back to Assassin's Creed 2 series? Yeah.
Just make it better.
Yeah, just essentially mean wow.
Like what the fuck? Like
I like how someone said the exact same thing you said too, Lost in the chat on Asmongold.
Assassin's Creed. This is just more.
Can we go back to the old Assassin's Creed titles?
Combat and the parkour system and
stealth. And he actually said like 1 through 3. I was like, damn.
Better than the previous entry.
Wow. Okay, I guess a lot.
But moment-to-moment gameplay is one thing.
I mean, to be fair, if I was a game developer working on Assassin's Creed, I would definitely do that if that's what people want.
Pacing and flow of the open world and the main campaign, all of those things I've still yet to see how that will pan out.
Oh my god, they actually assassinated him. Wow, that's crazy, chat.
Part of me
I honestly I was under the impression that was not going to work.
Like the game just being too big for its own good. There's such a thing as less is more, and that's a lesson that I think Ubisoft just doesn't seem to want to learn, and that's something that's afflicted a lot of, I think, Assassin's Creed games. The formula still feels similar enough to previous modern Assassin's Creed games.
Kind of wish we got a better Desmond ending.
That by the time I actually
unfortunately
game,
that changed.
This is going to convince me that the Assassin's Creed formula has, you know, really tried to evolve.
Wow, chat, look at that. Like, it's actually working. You can assassinate them now.
Combat and stealth scenarios, I don't think this is going to be the game that will convert you to this style of Assassin's Creed if it's something that you haven't enjoyed. The setting is cool and well realized, but the story and the characters and the scenarios not hooking me means that if the activities do end up being a chore...
Tencent's got to buy them out, man. They gotta sort this out. They gotta get.
Yeah, the combat's like that. I'll stick with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think a lot of people still want another like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but I don't think Ubisoft has the intellect to do that.
I don't care if the old Assassin's Creed games didn't play this one.
I'm not wrong. I want to like like an Assassin's Creed Black Flag remastered.
Adapt to the market.
But the response is we don't have the tech, bro, and I'm like, but you just fucking made this game. What the fuck, dude?
This is pathetic.
Oh my god, my allergies are acting up right now.
It's not 2017
Microsoft
anymore.
will buy them, sadly.
It's just fucking embarrassing.
Better than fucking EA.
Really? I don't even know how we even talking about
if
this.
They buy the IP of Assassin's Creed, better than fucking EA.
Kazan the First Berserker. What was that bullshit Vindictus game? all of these games, the combat is like infinitely fucking better. Even Wulong, the fucking Ninja Gaiden remake is better than this. Ghost of Tsushima, yes, I've only seen gameplay,
look, there it is.
but I think that from the
Look,
gameplay
Ghost of
I've seen is
Tsushima.
better. Kazan looks so good, yes it does. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, yes. Like, how many games have worse combat than this?
I've seen the Grand
That's a better
Blue
question.
Fantasy. I've seen
Can we
it
think of any?
from sources that intrigue me.
Outlaws. Great. You've got the gold standard, and that's the brown standard.
Ha!
And a bore, then this is gonna be a tough game to get through. So I really hope that
Ninja Gaiden 4 looks
narratively
great.
and in
There's a
terms
lot of these games that
how
look really
compelling
cool.
the characters are, all of that picks up.
And it's
very
crazy
quickly
that
in the
like
final game.
oh my god, like
So, yeah,
you know,
I'll have
I
to
think
say,
we all
based
know
on the
that,
4
but like
hours that I've played, I do want to finish the game before I share my
Ubisoft's
final
like, oh
thoughts,
no, like
but
the
I'm
people here are not
convinced
being
that this
represented.
will
Let's
be
play
able to
as
live up to or surpass
as
the likes of
African
Ghost of
American
Tsushima,
in
which
Japan.
for me kind of
I don't think
became the
that's
new
how
Assassin's
I
Creed,
Captain.
just feel a little
I don't think
smoother
that
and
makes
a little
sense.
more versatile and
Nonsense.
like
I
you're more in
looked at the
control.
history. It
But who
happened.
knows? Maybe I'll come to appreciate Assassin's Creed
The history
Shadows
was
if
in
I play more
Wikipedia.
of it. But my experience with Ubisoft's last few releases just has me apprehensive. But at the very
Shotgun.
least, that's one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Assassin's Creed
Dude,
Shadows
how come he
based on
didn't
everything you've
deflect it?
seen. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions,
Dude could have
stay
done a
tuned
Jedi.
right
like that would have
here
been more
on
realistic.
Young
I'm joking about that, by the
I'll
way.
see you guys next time. Yonga.
This does look bad. I would have been laughing my ass off if you're able to parry a fucking bullet, because the game could not comprehend if that was just a regular like if it knew like, oh, it's an attack. Okay, is it a melee attack or is it a pew pew attack? I'll be laughing my ass off if he was able to parry it. I'll be like, what the fuck? Like Ezio. It's like, parry this, you filthy casual. Wow.
Man.
This is one big pile of shit right here.
Man.
I like the way how Asmongold is giving me like, dude, he looks defeated. Bro, I feel the same way too after seeing some of that combat on there. Like, there was a few others I didn't want to say though, but the one that kind of made me laugh a little bit, and then I just noticed it right away, was the one with the enemy parried the ass with their ass, like the attack coming from who was it, Naue? Just parried the attack with their ass. Buns of steel, quite literally. Gacha games are doing better. That they are. But you know, Ubisoft here doesn't want to agree with that. A lot of the other like AAA gaming here in the US, because, and well, just the West, is because when they see the gacha games coming out, they have jiggle physics. And they're like, oh my god, this is so inappropriate. There's no way people would buy something such atrocious as this. And then people are buying them. First Descendants. I haven't played that game in a while, but I usually go back in there every once in a while. I think chat knows for the reasons why. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I think I honestly feel like the AAA gaming needs to look at this and be like, okay, maybe we should do something that isn't this. Because I mean, hey, that's where the money be going.